I cheated on my wife, and that is the sentence that still weighs on my chest every time I say it, even if only inside my own head. My name is Wayne, and for a long time, I was a man who believed he was in control of his own life, his own choices, his own excuses. Today, I know that was nothing more than pride disguised as security.
If this feels familiar, take a second. Tap like. Subscribe for more stories like this and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one.
In the beginning, I didn't wake up intending to destroy anything. That's how it all started, not with clear malice, but with small concessions, conversations that lasted longer than they should have, messages answered too quickly, laughs I kept hidden. I told myself it meant nothing, that it was just distraction, just ego, just a harmless escape from routine, and each lie seemed too small to deserve guilt, until together, they became enormous. When I finally crossed the line, there were no fireworks, no victory. There was silence, a heavy, suffocating silence that followed me on the way back home, and I remember looking at the steering wheel with trembling hands and thinking, what have I done? In that moment, something inside me broke, not dramatically, but deeply. I began to look at my wife as someone carrying a toxic secret. She smiled, talked about her day, made plans, and I felt a knot in my throat, because every gesture of affection from her was like a mirror showing me who I had become, and I wanted to go back in time, erase that decision, tear out the version of myself that chose quick pleasure over loyalty. Regret did not come as an elegant apology, it came as insomnia, as nausea, as a constant feeling of unworthiness, and I found myself questioning everything. Why did I do this? What was missing in me that made me look outside for what I already had at home? Until I reached the hardest answer of all. The problem was never her, it was me. When the truth finally came out, I saw something die in her eyes. It wasn't anger, it wasn't shouting, it was silence. A definitive silence. And she looked at me as if I were a stranger, as if the man she had trusted for so long had simply disappeared, and maybe he had. I tried to explain, I tried to ask for forgiveness, I tried to promise change, I used every word I thought might fix the damage, but some losses do not accept negotiation, and the love of my life did not leave all at once. She drifted away slowly, taking with her the plans, the inside jokes, the simple dreams that only make sense for two. I remember the day she started packing her things. Every drawer closing sounded like a full stop. Every box was a physical reminder of the price of my choice, and I stood there, motionless, useless, watching the dismantling of the life I myself had helped to build, and to destroy. What hurts most is not just the mistake itself, but the absurd disproportion between what I lost, and the reason I lost it, because I traded years of building, complicity, and true love, for an empty instant. It was just a foolish thing, a stupid moment, brief, avoidable, and yet enough to implode everything. Today, the house is far too silent, not the comfortable silence of shared space, but the silence of absence. The glass she used is still in the cupboard, her place in the bed remains cold, and sometimes I grab my phone by reflex to tell something trivial, and remember that I no longer have anyone to tell it to. I carry this mistake like a scar that won't close. I don't pretend it doesn't exist. It follows me in every memory, in every what if, in every sleepless night, and I don't know if forgiveness is something I deserve, but I know that change is something I owe, even if it is too late to save her. This is my story, not of a classic villain, nor of a repentant hero, but of a man who lost the love of his life over a foolish mistake and learned in the cruelest possible way that some choices last a second, and their consequences a lifetime.
If you want to understand love without the illusion, keep going. Watch the next story now. Same emotions, sharper lessons, and a twist you won't see coming.